All right, welcome back to the second part of learning music quickly using the number system. Hopefully, by now, you've established what the tonality of each chord sounds like. Now, this is the big secret to internalizing your music. It sounds counterintuitive to what you've been doing all your life, or at least what most of us have been doing all our life. This is going to sound counterintuitive. But I want you to put your instrument away when you first sit down to learn a new song. Put the instrument away. I have my instrument over there. I'm going to listen to a song, and then in my mind, I'm going to think numbers. I'm going to think numbers. I don't care what key it's in. I want to think, how does this sound to me? And as an example, I'm going to use one of my buddy's songs. His name's Nestor Gonzalez. He's a worship leader at New Life in Colorado Springs. He wrote a song that we used to play at the church that we played together down in Tucson. I hope he releases it to the greater world someday. It's a brilliant song. It's called Be Exalted. But we're going to listen to this song, and we're going to think numbers. So I want you to just hear the song first, hear the song, and then think numbers. So what do I mean by that? I mean that when I'm hearing a song, I'm breaking it down by, okay, that sounds like the 1, that sounds like the 5, that sounds like the 4. I start thinking that in my mind. If I hear something that sounds like a minor, I think, okay, does that sound like it's a 6 minor? Does that sound like it's a 2 minor? That's what I think. So the first time that I heard this song, I was one of Nestor's music directors, and I had to call the numbers on it. So I needed this song inside of me. So what I would do to memorize songs, and what I did to memorize this song, is I listened to it first and I thought numbers. What this does is it actually gets it down inside of you, because I'm not looking at a chord chart. I'm not looking at a number chart even. I'm hearing the music. This makes such a huge difference. Here we go. Okay, just try it out with me. We're just gonna sit and we're just gonna listen to this, okay? And I'll stop it once we get through it a little bit. Here we go. Take it away, buddy. I'm not endorsing Coke, by the way.
All creation tells your glory. The heavens show your endless beauty. You're the one who sits above it all. Every nation filled with wonder. You're the king above all other. Kings and kingdoms all declare your praise. Be exalted. Be exalted, Lord. You are glorious. You are glorious, Lord.
Okay, I'm going to stop it there. What I was hearing in my mind, I could tell that this song is not starting on the 4. I could tell it was starting on the 1. You've got kind of the establishing pad, and that first chord that comes in is a 1. So we know that That chord stays there. That chord there sounds like a minor. Okay. Again, if we go back to our last video, the tonality, does that sound like it's lifting, or does it sound like it's going down, like it's sad? So let's listen to that little part again. This will determine if it's a 1 or a 6 minor or a 2 minor. It'll determine if it's the 6 or the 2 from the 1. Okay. Again, I don't know what key this is in. I mean, I do, but if I'm hearing it for the first time, I don't know what key it's in. It doesn't even matter. I'm listening to the tonality. Bass line. Well, it sounds like it goes down. And then if you'll notice, it sounds like it goes down again. But it doesn't sound like it goes down too much. If you can hear the tonality, again, it sounds like it's going, in my mind, I'm thinking 1, 6, 5. 1, 6, 5 for that intro. One. And we're going to go to a 6. And then a 5, and then repeats, and a 5, and a 6. Here we go with the verse.
All creation tells your glory.
Okay.
The heavens show your endless beauty. You're the one who sits above it all.
So you'll notice that changed up. So it didn't go down from the 6. It went somewhere else. And it's a major chord. So 9 times out of 10, or I should say 99 times out of 100, that other major chord you're hearing is going to be the 4. So let's see what happens, because I know in that progression of the song that it's going to do something. It's going to go from that, whatever that chord is after that 6 in the verse, it's going to go from that chord to another chord. So let's just think logically how it sounds.
All creation
Here's your 1.
tells your glory. The
And a 6.
show your
Now this is a major chord.
You're the one who sits above it all.
Okay. So you can hear that it goes from whatever that major chord is, and then it steps up. Goes from that chord to that chord. So that means what I'm hearing is, in that verse, I'm hearing a 1, a 6, and then a 4, then a 5. 1, 6, 4, 5. Okay, here we go.
All creation tells your glory.
6.
The heavens show your endless beauty.
We're going to go 4.
You're the one who sits above it all.
5. And back to 1.
Every nation filled with wonder. You're
6.
the king above all other.
4.
Kings and kingdoms all declare your
5.
praise. Be exalted. Be exalted, Lord.
5. See?
You are glorious.
So this is the intro, basically. They played this for the
You
intro.
are glorious, Lord.
Okay. So we've established what the verse and the chorus is. We already know the progression of that. We can hear it. We've internalized it. Let me fast forward to the bridge, because the bridge does something different. Okay, we're going to pick up at a larger chorus after the second verse. You'll hear how big it is, and then it's going to dive down into the bridge. And let's hear the bridge progression. Went down. Yep. Very familiar pattern on the bridge here. Now, just like I talked about in my last video, this has a Christ be magnified type of bridge loop. We're going from the 4, we're going up, and then to reestablish the loop, we're going to end on the 3. So we're going 4, 5, 6, 3. That's what we're doing here. So the 4, the 5, again, I don't know what key it's in. Right now, if I was listening to it for the first time, I wouldn't know what key it was in. 4, 5, 6, and then a 1 over 3. It's not a minor there. So again, when I call 3, it's the 1 over 3, and it establishes that loop. And I'll bet, going back into the chorus, because the chorus starts on a 1, I'll bet we end this bridge on a 5. Instead of going back around to the 1 over 3, we'll go 4, 5, 6, and then back to the 5 before going to the chorus. Let's see if I'm right.
We are surrounded
4,
by
5,
all your glory.
6.
We can contain our praise.
1 over 3, 3, 4,
are surrounded by all your glory.
6,
We can contain our
3,
praises, King of all. We are surrounded by all your glory. We can contain our praises, King of all.
We're building up. We're going to go back into the chorus here. Back down. Yep. Oh yeah. Oh, sorry, 6 and a 5. That's my bad. I was getting into the music, not realizing what my hand was doing. All right. I'm not going to spoil the song for you in case he ever does release that song. It's a great song. Okay, so now that let me bring that back up. Now that I know what the song sounds like, I've internalized. I know the numbers. The next thing I need to do is find out, what key is this in? It's a C. All right, now that I've established it's in the key of C, let's play along to it and see if it sounds right. I know the opening progression is the 1 6 5, 1 6 5. So that's what I'm going to play, and I'm going to play along in the key of C and see if I'm right. Here we go. One. That sounds right. Go to the 6. Yep. And a 5. And a 1. I'm right so far. Yep.
All
1,
creation tells your glory.
6.
The heavens show your endless
Now remember, this goes to a 4 here. I thought it was 4.
You're the one
Yep.
who sits above it all.
To a 5. Sounds right.
Every nation filled with wonder. You're the king above all others.
4 here.
Kings and kingdoms all declare your praise.
Yep.
Be exalted. Be exalted, Lord.
Yep.
You are glorious.
The 1,
You are glorious.
6.
Lord.
And then the 5. Yep.
Holy, holy God.
Very good. Okay. So I know that I'm right on the opening, the verse, and the chorus. The chorus and the opening are the exact same. So the next part is, let's see if I'm right about the bridge. So I know in my mind that I thought it sounded like the 4 to the 5 to the 6 and back to a 3. Again, when I call a 3, that's a 1/3. So this is the progression I'm thinking it is. Sounds right to me. And then that last time around, I'm thinking it goes back to the 5 instead of that 1/3. So let's play along and see if I'm right here. To the 4. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. I was right.
We
And
are
a 4,
surrounded
5,
by all your glory.
6,
We can contain our
3,
praises, King of all.
4,
We are surrounded
5,
by all your glory.
6.
We can contain our
3. Let's bring it. Yeah.
praises, King of all.
4,
We are surrounded
5,
by all your glory.
6,
We can contain our
3,
praises, King of all.
4,
We are surrounded
5.
by all your glory.
Now it's going to go back to the 5 this time. Yep. All right. So here's the last part of my process. It sounds right to me. So I've played through the entire song. It sounds correct to me. Everything, like, it lines up with what I'm hearing. I could play it and it sounds right as I'm playing with the music. The last part is I go to what I call the answer sheet. So if you took a quiz way back in the day, maybe you took some kind of a math quiz or whatever it might be in a class, sometimes your teacher would say this was just a practice test and he would give you the answer sheet. And that answer sheet would prove if you were right, if you had the knowledge. So what I use the chord chart for, the number chart, is I go back to that number chart and I see if my ears were correct. And the more that you do this, the more you're going to be able to memorize music quickly, the more you're going to be able to internalize it quickly, because you're going to hear it, you're going to internalize it, and then you're going to look at that number chart and realize I was right. And the cool thing about this is on a Sunday morning or when you get to practice, you're going to know what the song sounds like. You're just going to start hearing the song, the numbers in your head, and you're not going to even need a chart in front of you. The chart is a distraction. And then all of a sudden, you've internalized your music just because you've trained your ear on what to hear. And here's the cool thing about it. You're going to start listening to the radio, especially with pop music. Some of the older music has some more intricate chords, and you'd have to train your ear for those. But for pop music, you're going to be able to listen to it and go, okay, there's the 1, there's the 5, there's the 6, there's the 4. Go to any Ed Sheeran song, you're going to be able to hear that all of those songs are based on the 1, the 4, the 5, the 6, sometimes the 2, sometimes the 3 minor, but it's going to be all that. 99% of his stuff is just based on those numbers that you hear in worship all the time. So anyway, I hope that helps with memorizing your music. I know it's helped me, and it's helped others that I've shared this with. Always, always, always listen to the music and listen for the numbers. I'm telling you, don't make the mistake of pulling out that chord sheet first, or the number chart. I don't ever use chord charts to check my work anymore. It's always numbers. Don't ever pull out that number sheet first. Don't do it. You'll be tempted to, and to look at it. Just listen to it and think numbers, then play along with those numbers that you thought of, and then finally, last, look at that number chart. Okay? I really hope that helps. Give me any kind of feedback that you have. If you have some other techniques that you've used to memorize songs quickly, man, share them with us. I'd be happy and glad to hear other techniques, but this has been the technique that works the best for me. Again, going back to the advice from the last one, before you do this, to listen and hear the tonality of songs, pick a song that you know well, get the number chart, and watch the number chart and listen to the song and get those numbers in your head with the tonality that matches them. And then what you'll be able to do is hear a new song like we did today. You'll be able to hear that new song, and you'll be able to hear the numbers in that new song and internalize your music quickly. Go out there and kill it on Sunday and get rid of those sheet music stands or those iPads in front of you. It's a distraction. You don't need them. God bless. We'll see you up on Sunday morning leading worship. Bye-bye.